Welcome to The Professor is Live. It's a live show. It's a live thinking show for people navigating work, learning, and leadership in the age of AI. That guy next to me is Rikko Smart.
And that fellow next to me is Professor Mark Salisbury, the only person I know who once apologized to a dog during an argument.
Well, it was actually a respectful disagreement, I'll have you know.
You did surrender the sandwich.
That's true. That's true. Okay, let's get started with a short news clip that caught my attention. A researcher at the University of Texas at Arlington is using artificial intelligence to translate dog sounds, that's right, dog sounds, into something humans might actually understand. And here is the clip.
Well, if you have a pet dog, you'd probably argue that it speaks to you in a language only you can understand. Well, now a researcher at UT Arlington is trying to prove it. Kenny Zhu is a professor of computer science. He's currently using machine learning to translate dog sounds into phonetic representations and eventually words. By collecting sounds from different sources and stripping away other noises, he then catalogs the sounds and segments them into pieces like syllables and assigns each a symbol similar to our alphabet.
Wow, huh? So, there's our thing to look at today. This caught my attention. I'm wondering if people out there, if it's caught your attention. And so here's the key idea is this computer scientist is using machine learning to translate dog sounds into phonetic representations by collecting audio, removing noise, segmenting sounds into syllable-like units and assigning symbolic meaning similar to how human language is analyzed. And the weird thing about this, Rikko, I've actually worked on a similar project as this, except with humans, a long time ago when I worked for a large aerospace company. So, but that's our premise for today, Rikko. What do you think? You know what? We don't hear you because somebody turned off your sound. Sorry about that.
Well, sometimes I get edited. Perhaps I used a foul word or something, and or something was misunderstood there. But we'll see how that works out.
So is this as ridiculous? Do you see this as ridiculous as I do?
Oh, absolutely. I mean, Ruby Roo. I mean, I remember talking dogs, but usually they were in the world of Hanna-Barbera.
Yeah. So that's it. So you had mentioned when we had just talked about this for a couple seconds before we went on air, you think this could be actually dangerous. What do you mean by that?
Well, I wouldn't believe my dog because he may just lie to you, and I really don't want to end up in court facing my dog. I mean, let's just keep things on a even ground here, and perhaps I should do the speaking for both of us.
So you're thinking if your dog could talk that he would have complaints. Is that right?
Oh, absolutely. I think it's going to be more belly rubs, more treats, and hey, less meetings, and spend a little more time with me.
Okay. Well, I've thought about this a little ahead of the show, and it did just seem kind of ridiculous to me. And so before we go any further, I want to show you another video. And this one features an expert who can tell us just how close we are to understanding animals. And here it is.
Woof. Woof.
It is actually closer than it seems. As humans try harder to understand us, then we will try to be clearer in our communication.
And there you go, Rikko, from an expert nonetheless.
You had an expert there just on hand. I didn't realize that.
Yes, indeed. Okay. So anyway, let's go ahead and get this program started. Right? And so we do have an intro for those people who think we just came on cold. So we're just not any little old show here. We have an intro. Here it is.
Welcome to The Professor is Live, a live thinking show for people navigating work, learning, and leadership in the age of AI. We start live on LinkedIn, share the recording on YouTube, and release each episode as a podcast wherever you listen. In 25 minutes, Mark Salisbury explores why human judgment still matters when intelligent machines can explain, recommend, and optimize almost everything. Through short insights, live interaction, and light humor with producer Rikko Smart, the show helps you slow down, ask better questions, and make wiser decisions alongside AI. The Professor is Live is for professionals, educators, and leaders who want more than answers. They want clarity and direction.
Yeah, I always like it when we run that intro. So we actually do have another guest today, Rikko. And this is something we actually kind of do often on this show. And that is the idea to bring artificial intelligence directly into the conversation. And I do mean directly. I just uploaded the transcript of that news clip that we just saw earlier into ChatGPT. And I'm going to ask a simple question. ChatGPT, what is the core idea behind this article? And ChatGPT is thinking on it just a second and comes back with the core idea behind the article is that artificial intelligence can analyze patterns in animal sounds and behavior to detect meaning, health signals, and emotional states, not by truly understanding language, but by recognizing correlations between sounds and situations. In other words, and this is ChatGPT talking, AI is not translating animal language the way we, people, translate French into English. It is identifying patterns that humans might miss. Well, that gets me thinking a little bit here, Rikko. I mean, actually, is that, this is actually pretty interesting. And so the computer isn't really talking to the dog.
No, but that Chat GPT, what a crack up, man. I mean, talk about your comedian.
Exactly. Okay, well, let me think about this for just a second. So that's a pattern we see actually everywhere in AI that machines expand perception, but yet humans interpret the meaning. So let's push this a little further. Here's our next question to ChatGPT. Are there related studies that suggest this idea could actually work? Okay, so ChatGPT is working on this, chugging away. And this is what ChatGPT says. Yes, several research programs suggest that AI-based animal communication analysis is scientifically plausible. So here's some examples. Researchers using machines learning to identify emotional states in pigs based on vocal patterns. Studies detecting early illness in cattle by analyzing changes in sound and behavior. Work using AI to classify dolphin and whale communication signals, and veterinary monitoring systems that detect stress or pain in animals before symptoms are visible. And these systems do not create conversations, they detect signals earlier than humans can. That's ChatGPT. So I'm starting to change my mind here a little bit, Rikko. This isn't science fiction.
No, it's quite incredible. But I mean, if we can learn just to pick up on the signals, we might be able to help the animals out. They can tell us whether they're ill or whether they need help. And I also wonder how this would work with service animals and how they may be able to react a little more and help their people out more.
Yeah, that's true, isn't it? All right. Well, now what I'd like to do is I would like to hear from you out there. I know we've got some people that log in and watch us live. And so, do you have a question for ChatGPT about this idea? What would you like to know if AI could help us understand animals? Right? So I'm going to click on our chat button and see if we see anything. Oh man, there's just so much activity. It's just going nuts here, Rikko.
Once again, swamped.
Yeah, very. I thought like your sister was gonna type in something for us. I thought you had something so we wouldn't be sitting here waiting for a question.
I'm not sure she's talking to me at this point.
Oh man, so there we are. So, and then I guess people are just feel vulnerable. You're trying to talk to ChatGPT, and I'm sure it's not us. So that's the deal here. So
Perhaps we're trying to speak to the dogs a little too early.
it could be. Oh, all right. But here's the thing. Rikko, when we started this segment, we were mostly joking about the idea.
Most certainly. I mean, again, it does seem kind of like the dogs I always think of are straight out of Hanna-Barbera, um, uh, Scooby-Doo and Astro.
Yeah, yeah. And then so we started out kind of laughing at this thing, and then there's kind of a turning point, and that really is that turning point is that the technology really isn't about talking to animals; it's about caring for them better. And so, when we step back and just kind of look at this, I just find this fascinating. And I think this is kind of a blueprint for how we need to work with AI is that, when we look at this, how we got from skepticism to support, we think about this, and it really wasn't magic. It wasn't blind trust. It wasn't blind rejection. All right. I mean, it was some kind of conversation that we had, and especially with our guest, ChatGPT. And so it provided information, and we asked questions, we challenged assumptions, and then finally, we applied judgment.
So I think the key here is communication, whether it's you and me, or if it's GPT, or you, me, and the canine, and back and forth.
Yeah, that's right. And then here's where I get to brag a little bit here is that last week when I was at a conference at Oxford, I gave a keynote about integrating artificial intelligence and human ingenuity. And one of the key ideas was this: technology does not replace judgment, it expands what we can see. And that's exactly what happened here. This is how humans can leverage this technology to make better judgments. And if you think about this a little bit, and if you want a more technical description of the model that I use for deciding the roles that humans and intelligent machines play in collaboration, see our episode 16 of The Professor is Live, right? And that brings us to really this core insight that we've been looking at today. And that is that AI helped us observe patterns. Humans decided what those patterns meant. And that partnership is the future of leadership, learning, and decision making. So let's close with 5 lessons from today's conversation. And let's get you up here so we can see you better there, Rikko. And yeah, so here's lesson 1. AI can detect signals we might miss.
And did you have a quote for today?
No, that's further up.
Oh,
Yeah.
okay. Then, so AI listens, humans decide, and dogs judge us silently.
Yeah, no, that's further up too.
Yeah.
But recapping, our lesson 1 is that AI can detect signals that we might miss. And the lesson 2 here is pattern recognition is not the same as understanding. And finally, lesson 3 is early information really only matters if someone takes responsibility for it. And humans and AI, well, we work best when we know what our roles are, right? That's lesson 4. And our final lesson here is, in an age of intelligent machines, listen carefully is still a human skill.
See, now you went through them like Letterman. You went 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. I expected the other order. I thought we were building up to a big finish, but
well,
yeah,
I
okay.
knew Letterman.
True.
Yeah, well, he's a professional entertainer. I mean, what do you expect?
I mean, the suspense was killing me.
Okay, well, this takes us to our closing quote. And here it is. It's technology can help us hear more clearly, but wisdom is what tells us what to do next.
That sounds like maybe an AI quote.
It certainly was. It seemed appropriate, though. All right. That brings us in for a landing for this episode. And you can find previous episodes of The Professor is Live in both video and podcast form at www.theprofessorislive.com. And you have the last word, Rikko.
Well, another flawless show.
It was, wasn't it?
I mean, the machines did the homework, and we still we had to pass the test.
And we messed it up.
Absolutely.
Well, for you folks at home, be careful, and we'll see you next time on The Professor is Live.
Be careful and keep listening.
And keep listening. And we actually have a closing video too. And here it is.
You can find previous episodes of The Professor is Live in both video and podcast form at theprofessorislive.com. Full video episodes are available on The Professor is Live YouTube channel, and the podcast is available on Apple Podcasts, Spotify, and other major platforms. If these conversations help you slow down, think more clearly, and navigate the age of intelligent machines with better judgment, we invite you to keep thinking with us. You will find more ways to engage at theprofessorislive.com. Because in an age of intelligent machines, human judgment still matters.